our favorite segment, D-Street Chatter. Nimesh joins in to tell us what is he picking up. Nimesh, some weakness is what we're seeing on the index, but I don't think people are still very, very worried because we're down 130 points at the day's low. Rather, I think people are taking it as par for the course.
Yeah, absolutely. Nigel, and not much from a flow perspective as well. So it's kind of a muted day of trade, not big participation coming in. I guess the next big trigger would be, of course, the expiry next week and the RBI policy. That's something a lot of chatters already started talking about, and maybe that's the reason why you have to focus on the rate sensitives. Today, for instance, the reality index is down 2%. The banks are also under pressure, but I guess the street seems to be a bit divided at this point in time on whether we're going to see a rate cut or not. So that's going to be a big trigger as far as the Indian markets are concerned. Technically, on the downside, 24,950 is a level to watch. If that gets taken out, you might see some further pressure. But as you rightly pointed out, not much panic, so to speak.
Yeah.
I guess even from a PCR point of view, we normally bounce back from 0.7 to 0.75. So maybe a pullback could be on the cards and short covering. But from a buying perspective, it lacks a bit of buying for sure from large institutions today.
Well, indeed. The other trigger that we'll cover in just a bit is the India VIX is still cooled off, on a day that the markets are down. But what about individual stocks? What are you picking up?
Okay, so the first stock on my list is Paradip Phosphate. Hormuz did highlight about the trading activity. But I guess that today's pullback is largely because I understand there is a clean-out trade from a domestic mutual fund. They have been aggressive sellers in the last couple of days. That's the reason why the stock was under pressure. But after today's clean-out trade, you've seen a big vertical move and up 10% in today's market. So that's the first stock. The second stock is Polycab. Under pressure today, but off late it's been consolidating. But again, there is an indication of a large block coming in Polycab very soon. So that's the buzz there. The third name is Ethos. That's up 2%. It's generally a illiquid stock, but I understand some bit of interest is back from institutions, and one domestic mutual fund seems to be an active buyer there. And the last one is Himadri Chemicals. Even that stock is buzzing in trade after a large block. 1% equity got changed hands today. And I understand one of the corporate body corporates, they were the sellers in today's block deal. So any disclosures that could be interesting as far as Himadri Chemical is concerned.
Nimesh, just one, I don't know if you have any intel on this IMCO, right?
Yeah.
EIMCO, 14...
EMCO Elecon.
EMCO, yeah, I mean, it's for what, 14% down today. The recent high was 2,300, 2,350, 1,730 now.
Yeah. So Prashant, today the stock is down because of the OFS which was announced, and one of the foreign promoter which owns 24%, they are looking to sell their entire 24% stake via OFS, and it's at a deep discount, right? The floor price is 31%. Of course, it's not necessary that the deal will happen at 31% discount, but today is a day for the institutions to participate. So today's closing would be very important as far as what's the cutoff for the retail investors tomorrow. It's a small, though it's 24% in terms of number of shares, it's a small one of 14 lakh odd shares. So from a interest point of view, Prashant, whatever I spoke to, the feedback is that some family offices are interested in this OFS, so they're going to bid for. Some domestic PMS are going to bid for. No large institution, mutual fund investor or mutual fund was likely to bid. That was the early morning feedback. If things change, I don't know, but that's the sense as far as the interest is concerned. But need to see as to what price the cutoff comes in for retail investors tomorrow to participate in the OFS.
I see. Got that. Very interesting. Thanks very much for that, Nimesh. That's